guys, thanks so much for coming back to watch my video. Welcome back if you've been here before. If this is your first video of mine that you're watching, welcome. I'm glad you're here. So in today's video, I am testing out the Il Makiage After Party Next Gen Full Coverage Foundation. So in this video, I tried out the Il Makiage Woke Up Like This foundation. So go watch that one real quick, pause this, go watch the other one, and you can see my review on that one. Now I'm trying out another one that's supposed to be more full coverage, and it should be more long lasting. Okay, so if you want to watch me try out this foundation, go ahead and keep on watching. All right, you guys, today we are trying out another Il Makiage foundation. Now, this is the After Party Next Gen Full Coverage Foundation in the shade 55. So I filled out the form for Il Makiage to do an exchange for the foundation. By the way, I still have the little tiny sample size of the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. And I'm going to use this on both sides of my face just to fill in the large pores. Okay, so I filled out the form and I decided to do an exchange for the original, for this one, the Woke Up Like This foundation, because the shade was just a little too dark for me, and I wanted to, I wanted to see if, we could get the right shade, try it out, see how it goes. Because in the video, that foundation did end up like lasting better on my skin than the first time that I tried it. Because initially when I tried it, it did not last very long. Like I, brushed against my face at work, like to brush some hair off of my face or something, and it just like completely transferred off. But when I tried it out in the video, I used the Becca primer, and this one is super grippy, and it did a much better job of lasting. Even through like some mild exercise, like a self-defense class. But like in the video, I explained that we did some partner work, and my partner would have their hand like around me, and they would brush up against like my jawline or my cheek or whatever, and like some of it transferred off, but I felt like it did a better job of staying put. Okay, this is the second time I've done this. I meant to just put the e.l.f. primer like here and here, and then I did my whole face. Okay, so what I am gonna do though is just use the Becca primer on this half of my face, and then this half will just be the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. So we're gonna see how this foundation does with and without a grippy primer on top of the e.l.f. primer. Okay, so again, here's what the packaging looks like. This is a different formula as the After Party After Party Next Gen Full Coverage Foundation. And now I have it in the shade 55 instead of shade 75. Now I have been using this for a couple of days, and I do like this formula a lot better. It's much more full coverage. It is really matte, but like, with my oily skin, when the oils start to come through, it just looks more natural and less like just matte, Here's what it looks like on the back of my hand. So it's a thick formula, it's not running down, right? And let's see, we're gonna dot this on. That was not much of a dot. Now, I cannot say that I love the smell of it. It definitely has a scent. It's like, it's like if somebody had mixed like paint and an air freshener, like a tropical scented air freshener. I don't love the smell. Let me move my mirror out of the way. Okay, so this is still the Il Makiage, what is it, 100 foundation blending brush. Now it's, I've been using it for the past couple days, so it does still have some foundation on it. See if I can clean off my finger a little more. There we go. So the shade is a much better match. It is a full coverage foundation. Okay, so here's what it looks like freshly applied. Let me see, the box says to wait 5 minutes to see, like, I guess the final shade. So, like right now, let's see, let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, so right now, between my neck and my chest, it looks a little bit light, but we're gonna wait the 5 minutes and then we'll add bronzer, blush, all that, and then it should be pretty good. Okay, so while we're waiting for the foundation to like finish its 5 minutes of warm-up time, I don't know. I still have the Il Makiage concealer. This one, right? This is in the shade 3.5. So this is what I got with my original order, with the original foundation. That was a little too dark. And then I had, on the same form, said that I was going to return this one. And then, they like sent me the shipping label and all that. And I guess I didn't ship it off in time because then I think I saw a charge on my credit card from the brand. So pretty sure I'm keeping the concealer. Although I'm going to look into it and see if maybe I can still return it. But I mean, if not, it's a good concealer. I just can't really see, saying to somebody else like, hey, you really should, go spend this much money on this specific concealer. Like, you can get good ones at the drugstore. Like, you can get really good ones at the drugstore. Oh, by the way, this is a Sigma P84 brush. The number has all like rubbed off. It's a precision angled brush. Okay, we're gonna set down the concealer under my eyes. Still using e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder in the shade Light for under my eyes. I think I'm gonna have this powder forever because I've only been using it really for setting concealer under my eyes, and you just don't really need a lot for that. Now, in one of my recent videos, I think maybe this one, yeah, maybe this one, I said that I saw somebody else mention that when they set their under eyes, they start from the outside in so that the majority of the powder goes out here and less in here with this, skin that is going to crease more and is just more delicate. Okay, so it's been 5 minutes, and I think, of course, I think now that I've been out in the sun a little bit more, like last weekend I was out with my kids at one of their friends' birthday parties, which was a pool party. So I might be a little bit more tan now than when I originally placed my order. So like my chest, definitely is a little bit darker than my face. But I think with, bronzer and stuff like that and blush, we can even it out and make it work, okay? But the more important thing is that, oh, by the way, here is the Nikia Joy Cosmetics Velvet Finishing Powder, the loose one. I love this stuff. So the important part is that this formula, I think, does a much better job of staying put, of not transferring as much as the Woke Up Like This foundation. And I'm actually really curious to see about mixing the two. Hopefully you can see that this one is a super matte formula, which is awesome for oily skin people. Me, hi, it's me, I'm oily skin people. So the formula is really good in this one. I think though, if we mix the Woke Up Like This and the After Party formulas, I think that's gonna give still, hopefully, still some good staying power, but then a little bit more of a natural finish, because this one is super matte, which I like because, you know, after a while it's not going to be matte anymore with my oily skin. Okay, so I've set that down. Now time for bronzer, blush, highlight, and we're just going to speed through this process. Okay, bronzer, blush, highlighter on. I don't know. I think I'm going to go in with a little bit more bronzer. You know, it figures. As soon as you say a foundation shade is too light, boom, you get a tan. And then it's like, wait, no, I had that backwards. As soon as you say a foundation is too dark, you get a tan. And now it's too light. But overall, I think with like the shade finder quiz from Il Makiage, the first time, like, you know, they did okay. I think the undertone was right. This one, I think they did a better job shade matching me after I said, hey, that first one was a little too dark. But the you know, the undertone was good. You know, with this one, I think just now I've been out in the sun a little bit. I mean, I was out probably for a good like 2 hours in the sun. I did have SPF on, definitely, for sure. Always have SPF on. But yeah, I was out in the sun in the pool for like 2 hours with my kids. It was a great time. I definitely had a blast. I will always, 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 always get in the pool with my kids because I love to be in the water and they love to be in the water. It's a win for everybody. Drugs and on the neck. So, what do we think? Is that any better? Okay. Or I'm wondering if maybe it's time for a different bronzer shade. Shall we? Do we dare? Okay. This is the e.l.f. Perpetually Tan Powder Bronzer. So that's what the shade looks like compared to the Marc Jacobs one that I have been using. So yeah, this one is definitely more warm tone. This one is a little bit more like on the neutral side-ish for a bronzer. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. We'll see. Okay. Tap off the excess. we think? Did that help? Did that help some? Okay. All right, time for brows. I'm gonna come back with the rest of my makeup on, and I will see you in just a second. Okay, so I've got all the rest of my makeup on. I'm trying out the ColourPop Star Wars eyeshadow palette and some other products. And oh my gosh, you need to go watch that video. Here it is in the cards. It's amazing. Please go watch it. So anyway, for the foundation, let me zoom you in. So let's see, I like this foundation. I think though, like down here on my chin, it's already starting to like break up a little bit. You see this? Yeah, I don't know if that's from like me trying to blend it out too much with the brush. Maybe it would look better with a sponge. Because, I mean, I really love the coverage. It's super full coverage, which is, you know, it's definitely more coverage than the Woke Up Like This foundation. That one is a little more like medium coverage, more on the natural side. And I like this shade a lot better. So it might still be a little bit light for my chest, but I think that with like the bronzer and the blush and all that, I don't think you can really tell. Plus, you know, with this dramatic eye makeup, like no one can tell. So I want to keep trying this foundation out some more. Now again, I do have the Becca primer on this half of my face, not on this half of my face. I want to try it some more, this foundation, with applying with a sponge, and we'll see how this one lasts. I will check in at the end of the day. So let's see. I will be able to wear this for 8 hours, and we'll see how it looks after that. Okay, normally I would wear my foundation a whole lot longer than 8 hours, but that's what we've got today. So I will see you in the next check-in. Hey, I am here for my check-in at the end of the day. It is 11:30. So I looked back at my videos and I put on my foundation at 1 p.m. So it has been 10.5 hours of wearing this foundation. So I wanted to do my check-in. This side like still has my highlighter and my blush and bronzer and stuff, even though I'm like super shiny. I don't need highlighter at this point. But on this side, my highlighter and stuff has rubbed off, because like when I was, you know, putting my kids to bed and stuff, I laid down with my youngest for a little bit, but it doesn't look like my foundation has rubbed off any. Like I think it was just the cheek products, like the highlighter and the blush. Now the chin, where's that? Chin still looks a little cakey, a little separated, but other than that, and then a little bit rubbed off on my nose. But like coverage is still good on the forehead, on the cheeks, right on the jaw. It doesn't look like it's rubbed off, at least not me. So yeah, so I am really liking the After Party foundation formula from Il Makiage. I like that one a lot. It is much more long wearing than the Woke Up Like This formula. I do still want to try this one, like applying with a sponge, and I definitely want to try it mixed with the Woke Up Like This foundation. But I really like this one a lot. And I think it was a better color match this time than the first time. Although maybe now, maybe now the first shade is closer to being right. I don't know, we'll see. But maybe mixing the two shades will also get it a little bit closer to right. But yeah, so that's it for the Il Makiage foundation review take 2. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click the like button, and then I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, share the video with a friend who likes to watch makeup videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. So, dropping stuff. Hey guys. Oh, no,